If you started taking iodine because you thought it would fix your thyroid, your hair loss, your unexplained weight gain, but it hasn't made a difference yet, this video is for you. Yes, iodine is extremely important for all of these things, but it doesn't work on its own. Your body cannot use iodine properly unless it has selenium and other key nutrients. So today we're going to break down why iodine might not be working for you, the nutrients you need to take with it, and how to use it in a way that supports your thyroid without overwhelming it. I'm Kait, a nutritionist who helps people balance their blood sugar, improve their metabolic health, and understand their bodies on a deeper level. Recently, I did a video on iodine deficiency, the symptoms, why it's so common, and why so many people feel better when they finally get enough iodine. If you haven't watched that video yet, I'm going to link it because this video builds on that one. Today, we're going deeper. Because if you've been taking iodine, but your thyroid is still sluggish, your hands and feet are still cold, your energy low, and your hair still thinning, the issue might not be low iodine. It could be that your thyroid can't use it properly. Let's get into why. Here is the biggest misconception in the thyroid supplement world. People think that iodine automatically equals more thyroid hormones, but your thyroid is not a simple machine. It's more like a chemistry lab. And iodine is only one ingredient in a long chain reaction. Your thyroid takes iodine and turns it into thyroid hormones, but it cannot do that without selenium. Selenium is the mineral that activates the enzymes your body uses to build T4 and convert it into the usable form T3. Without selenium, iodine sits there unused, or worse, it creates oxidative stress and inflammation in your thyroid tissue. And this is why sometimes people can feel anxious or jittery when they take iodine. It's not the iodine that's the issue. It's that their thyroid isn't prepared to use it properly. If you're low in selenium, your body cannot safely attach iodine to tyrosine, cannot build thyroid hormones correctly, and cannot convert T4 into T3. So your supplement isn't doing anything. Selenium does three powerful things for your thyroid. First, it prevents thyroid inflammation. Every time your thyroid produces hormones, it creates a small amount of hydrogen peroxide as part of the reaction. Selenium is what neutralizes the hydrogen peroxide. Without selenium, oxidative stress builds up and damages your thyroid tissues over time. Second, selenium converts T4 into T3. Most people with low thyroid symptoms are stuck in this step. They produce some T4 but cannot convert it to T3, which is the active hormone responsible for energy, metabolism, hair growth, body temperature, and mental clarity. Third, selenium protects from iodine overload. When you increase iodine, your thyroid suddenly needs more selenium to keep reactions balanced. If selenium is too low, your thyroid can become irritated or stressed when iodine increases. And this is why I suggest pairing iodine with selenium-rich foods, especially Brazil nuts. They're one of the highest selenium sources in the world. And for most people, 2 Brazil nuts per day is enough to support this pathway. Now, selenium is often a big missing piece, and this is where I recommend starting, but it's not the only missing piece. So let's go deeper. There are 3 more nutrients that matter almost as much as selenium. The first, which we've already mentioned, is tyrosine. This is the amino acid your thyroid attaches iodine to in order to build T4 and T3. If you're not eating enough protein, especially animal protein, your body may not have enough tyrosine to work with. This is one of the reasons why high protein diets improve thyroid function for a lot of people. And it's also the reason why a lot of people who don't eat a lot of animal products have issues with their thyroid. The second is zinc. Zinc is required for TSH signaling and also helps with the conversion of T4 into T3. Zinc deficiencies are very common in people who undereat protein or rely heavily on plant-based diets. The third is iron. If your iron or ferritin is low, increasing iodine will not work. It can't be used. And this is why so many women especially see their thyroid symptoms come back after pregnancy, after a heavy training load, or during menstruation. Iron drops. Thyroid output slows. And iodine does very little unless iron is corrected. So now we have iodine, selenium, tyrosine, zinc, and iron. Your thyroid needs all of them. But if you're getting all these nutrients and you're sure of it, then your issue might be something else. Many people take iodine in the wrong way. They take too much too fast, they take it on days they're not getting enough protein, they don't take it with selenium, or they take it inconsistently. And then they think that the iodine isn't working. Most people do best with a slow, steady dose of iodine rather than a high one. Your thyroid likes consistency. Small amounts daily work better than large amounts occasionally. If you're using Lugol's iodine drops, start slow. 1 or 2 drops can contain a lot of iodine. depending on the concentration. Your thyroid cannot suddenly become more efficient overnight. It needs the right nutrients in the right conditions at the right time. And this brings us to one of the biggest reasons why iodine supplementing fails. If your thyroid has been under stress for months, maybe even years, it will prioritize repairing tissues before making thyroid hormones. This happens after chronic dieting, nutrient deficiencies, pregnancy, immune stress, or periods of high cortisol. Iodine will not immediately boost your thyroid hormones if its focus is on repairing. And this is where the combination of selenium, zinc, tyrosine, iron, and adequate protein becomes even more important. They help rebuild thyroid tissue, reduce inflammation, and support the conversion process. The thyroid doesn't move that fast, unfortunately. Repair comes first, hormones come later. Now, I briefly mentioned Brazil nuts before and taking them with iodine, but I wanted to dive a little bit deeper into how to do this and why it works. 2 Brazil nuts contain enough selenium to support thyroid hormone production, reduce oxidative stress, and make iodine usable. Brazil nuts also contain small amounts of zinc, magnesium, and healthy fats that help with absorption. And honestly, this is where most people are going wrong. And the fix is really easy. When people add 2 Brazil nuts per day to their iodine routine, they often report more stable energy, less brain fog, warmer hands and feet, better digestion, improved hair shedding, a calmer nervous system, and they often need far less iodine than they think. So here is exactly how to take iodine so that it actually works. Step 1 is to make sure you are eating enough protein every single day. This gives you tyrosine and supports liver conversion of T4 to T3. Step 2 is to eat 2 Brazil nuts per day. This is going to protect your thyroid from oxidative stress and support hormone conversion. Step 3 is to make sure your iron's not low. Test it if you're unsure. Step 4 is to get more zinc through your food and supplement if needed. Oysters, beef, chicken thigh, pumpkin seeds, and eggs are all great sources. Step 5 is to start supplementing iodine slowly. Now, I know there are different protocols where a lot can be taken all at once, and that's going to depend on your individual needs. But for most people, small, consistent doses makes the biggest difference. Consistency matters more than quantity. Step 6 is to support your stress. High cortisol slows conversion. So if you're chronically stressed, that could be the reason why it's not working. And that's the real reason why your iodine supplement isn't working. Yes, you might not be getting enough iodine, and increasing it can help. But if your thyroid can't use it, then you're missing a big piece. Iodine is only one piece of the puzzle. And I know it can feel complicated and overwhelming trying to figure it out. But if you're taking iodine and you're still confused why you're not seeing improvements to your thyroid health, add in those Brazil nuts. Make sure you're eating enough protein. Those might be the missing link and the reason that your iodine supplement isn't working. Now, if you found this video helpful, you might also enjoy my video on signs you're low in iodine, so I'll link that on the screen now. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.